Welcome to the unboxing of the Corsair h80i. Alright, let's go ahead and dig in. Try to keep it as clean as I can. This is supposed to improve performance drastically over the stock Intel cooler, which I'm running in my system. Later on, I'll be doing an installation guide. Hopefully, I'll have that up by the end of the day. Alright, so here's the box. h80i. It's a thicker radiator, single rad. I'm going to be doing the push-pull configuration. And over here, you can see it shows you the statistics about how it compares up to the Intel stock cooler or AMD. Alright, let's go ahead and jump inside and see what's inside the box. Alright, so it looks like everything is well packaged. Got some recycled paper. Let me go ahead and pull this whole thing out. Go ahead and put this to the side. Well, actually, here we go. You get your little installation guide going over the different brackets and things like that that you need to install. That'll also tell you what brackets to use for what type. I believe it supports 1155, 1150, 2011, and AMDs as well. So go ahead and put this box to the side. And here is the radiator and water pump itself. So this is a closed loop kit, so you actually don't have to do any type of maintenance to it. And as you can see, here's the SATA power cable right here. Very nice and thick, very dense radiator fins. It comes with pre-applied thermal paste. Keeps a nice little cap on it so it stays safe. The tubing is very, very sturdy. You also get, oh, I don't want to drop that. So you also get two SP120 fans, which are kind of like their cut down versions of their retail fans, meaning that they don't have the grommets in it, but you can tell it's the SP fan by the density of the fins. You also get two of those so you can run it in push-pull. Go ahead and take this one out of the box as well. So, yeah. Radiator, water block. You also get some cables for the Corsair Link. Go ahead and take these out of the package. This mini USB just hooks directly up to it. It also comes with a fan splitter. Here are the different brackets. Obviously, this would be the Intel one, or this is the AMD one actually. And they're all magnetic, they just clip onto the water block as so. Nice and firm, so you don't have to just sit there and try to hold it in place when you screw it in. And there's also the Intel one. So the Intel one, you actually are going to have to do a back plate on the back of your motherboard, as opposed to the AMD where it just clips right in. You get the back plate and the magnetic cover for it. These are also adjustable to fit the different socket types. Right here you can just clip these, just slide them down. And then of course you get all your screws, and these also include everything that you need to get the right standoff fittings. Not standoff fittings, but mounting hardware. You also get some really nice thumb screws to give it that good aesthetic feel. Alright, thank you for tuning in to the installation of the Corsair h80i. This is my personal rig right now. I have the Intel Core i7-4770K with the Asus Z87 Pro motherboard, as well as the Asus GTX 780 NVIDIA GeForce graphics card. I will be installing it up here in this section of the computer case, which is also a Rosewood Blackhawk Blue Edition with blue LED fans, which I will be replacing later. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the initial stock Intel cooler, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now my CPU is completely cleaned off. In order to do that, I basically just use isopropyl alcohol and Q-tips. I find that to be fairly effective without getting anything else in my case. And also over here, I have the instruction manual as well as the parts that I'm going to be using for my build. Since it's an Intel 1150 socket, I'm going to be using the same size standoffs on both sides. So you can tell those apart by looking closely if my camera will focus. But yeah, well, here we go. I'll just put it right there. So you can just see that they're the same size, as opposed to the ones if you're going to be doing like a 2011 or the AMD, which are those other ones right here. So now I'm going to be uninstalling the back fan right here, and I will be taking that off. I would have gone with the h80i, although I don't have enough room up top to be putting in a double rad. So I will be right back. Okay, so far I got the radiator installed, as well as the water block, and it was all fairly simple. Basically, you just adjust it accordingly to what size or what chipset you have. So for the 1150, 1155, You're just gonna put it on the innermost settings. Go ahead and stick that in the back. Then the standoffs, which were the ones that were the same size on both sides, and just screw into the front, put the water block on with the cover and the thumb screws, and that's pretty much it. And the instructions said that if you're running a 2011 chipset, you will not need the back plate. You just need to screw the standoffs in. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the wiring done, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all booted up. Okay, so this is the completely finished product. So I'm not even gonna lie, it's a little bit complicated getting the cable management properly. I basically routed these two fans up here and managed to zip tie them to the top of my case, although that's gonna have to move when I put in another fan up there. I also managed to get the Corsair link cable to route behind the top left of my motherboard and actually come up and come in right down here through the grommets down there. And yeah, that's about it. I just plugged the other one into the CPU fan, and then I also connected the SATA cable to one of the SATA chains that was coming off my Blu-ray DVD drive right there.